welcome to the Monday, June 20th, officially, the recognized brand new national holiday of Juneteenth. I finally found out the story about that because we were trying to figure out why they made Juneteenth 5 months later than the actual occurrence of the date we were celebrating. I got to the bottom of that today. Let me go and get everything linked in here together so I can see the chat and stuff. Booyah, there we is. There's a little lackey poo for myself. There's my PSA, and here's my share us out. Booyah. Booyah, booyah, booyah. And there we go. What's up, bud? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well today. Evening, Jay. Hope you're doing a little bit better. Your leg looked a little inflamed when your wife sent me that picture today. I'm sure it's, or you're not your leg, doggone it, your side. I'm sure it's, I don't know why I keep thinking it's your leg, it's your side. Right above your waistband. Okay. We'll be here, at least for the next hour and 45 minutes or something. Oh, goodness. We will be announcing Wednesday evening on Unrestricted Paranormal the brand new venue and all the new information on Ghostorama. He is still in the process of getting contracts signed and stuff like that. But we have a new venue for it, and it will be announced Wednesday evening. It'll be announced Wednesday evening on Unrestricted Paranormal Podcast. Yeah, and see, when I seen that, I don't know why, for some reason when she sent me the initial picture, I thought it was on your thigh, or right below your thigh muscle on your leg, which, I didn't know if you actually wore shorts with your uniform while you were working when it was warm, or if you just continued to wear long pants. But for some reason I thought it was right below your thigh muscle, right above your knee. And she says, no, it's right above his waistband. I'm like, damn, ouch, right in the soft meat. Guys like me and Jay, we gave up abdominal muscles a long time ago for table muscles, and yeah, that's just soft right there. That's like where that dog got me right here. He couldn't get me up in the bicep or back in the tricep. He had to get me right in between the two on the side of my arm. I was taking the trash out today. That crazy ass across the street finally hung up beware of dog signs. I'm sitting there thinking somebody needs to go over there and with spray paint and stencils and actually spray beware of psychotic, social anxious dog or something. Caucasian, good to see ya, man. I'm filming. Do you have my good side? Or is this my good side? Or am I sitting on my good side? I actually think I'm sitting on my good side. Ian! What is up, bidet? But yeah, Wednesday evening um, on Unrestricted Paranormal, we will be making the announcement of the new location. We will have a brand new commercial made up for it. Getting everything taken care of. Making sure that Ghost-O-Rama keeps right on a rolling. Hey Terry, good to see you, love. Hope you're doing well tonight. Going to listen as I go get a new prescription. Yep, she told me she called in some new antibiotics on you because that thing still looked awful red and swollen this morning. So there ain't no keeping that little woman held down, bud. She is gonna stay. She is gonna stay on you like stink on cow poo till that thing is all healed up. She sounds like an older version of Steph. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I'm just as deep in the doo-doo as you are. If I'm not doing what I should be doing or I'm taking things nonchalantly, she rips me a new one every time. There is no safety. There is no secure place that you can go and hide from a woman like that. Thank God, because we probably wouldn't have lived to see 50 if we didn't have women like that. So, just saying. All right, everything looks good there. Hey, Mark. Good to see you, bud. Yeah, you know, the other day we were all sitting here talking about the president signing Juneteenth in as a national holiday and couldn't figure out why Juneteenth was signed in as an official holiday, though it has been celebrated by African Americans for since Emancipation became official on January 1st, of course, New Year's Day. And I'd done some checking into that today. Found out that only 18 states recognize Juneteenth as a paid holiday. The rest of the states in the country do not recognize it as a paid holiday. So, yep, there's that one. And I found out that the reason they chose the 19th of June is the idea for Juneteenth becoming a national holiday was put forth from the state of Texas. I believe the governor of the state of Texas. Because June 19th was when the word of emancipation becoming a thing was finally heard in the city of Galvaston, Texas. It took from January 1st till the 19th of June for the word of emancipation finally becoming a thing, from Washington, D.C. to Galveston, Texas. So that is what we're actually celebrating with Juneteenth, is the word being received by the slaves in Galveston, Texas, that they were free. So there you have it. I found out the truth. I'd done a little bit of digging. It's like, what does Emancipation and June 19th have in common? And found out that it was the day the slaves of Galvaston, Texas, realized they were no longer slaves, they were freemen. General Gordon was sent to Texas to let them know they were free. That wasn't in the story. But okay, cool. Now we know who delivered the word. I didn't get a name. I did not get a name. All I know is that that is when they heard for the first time that they were freemen. So that is what we are celebrating, as Galveston's slaves were legally free. I've been to Galveston. Nice place. Lots of water. Galveston is about as far as you can go and until your next words are glub, glub, glub. You can actually stand on the beach, on the hills overlooking the beaches of southern point of Galveston, Texas, and see the oil rigs out in the Gulf of Mexico. Hey Derek, good to see you, bud. Hope you're doing well today. Hope your Monday was eventless and entertaining. Mine wasn't. I'm still waiting on clips from a couple of the guys so I can start editing the video from Saturday night. I finally got perturbed looking around my room and closed it down for the day and went and watched Z Nation. I haven't watched Netflix in a while, okay, so I just grabbed up a show. All my exes live in Texas. All my exes live in Texas. It was a good song, wasn't it? Texas is a place I really love to be. We'll go around a second time with that. All my exes live in Texas, and that's why I hang my hat in Tennessee till I move to Michigan. Hey Cassie, good to see you, love. Hope you're doing well out there on the West Coast. Mussolini, cello. Cello, cello, cello. But like I said, we will be announcing on Wednesday evening on Unrestricted Paranormal Podcast, where I co-host with Danny. We will be releasing the information on the new site for Ghostorama, since the Poorhouse Museum was badly damaged in the storms last week. We still have not heard word yet what the insurance adjusters are saying, if they feel like it's a total loss and want to bulldoze the museum, or if they feel that putting a brand new roof on it is worth it. It's like I said this morning, it's one of those situations where I wish I was a rich man. My son is an amazing construction worker. He specializes in antique buildings. historic buildings and antiquities, but he works alone. And him and I talked last night, and he told me, he said, Dad, if I had a crew and we had the money, I would have no problem going up there and putting that effing roof on for them and telling them to screw their insurance company. We'll call it a tax write-off and a donation. But he works by himself. It would take him months to put that roof back on and get everything fixed. So every time he opens his face up, he makes me more proud. Oh, so, like I said, I hope everybody had an amazingly awesome Monday. I still haven't started working on the video from Saturday night. I am still waiting on the intro clips. Go figure, the very first thing to go in there. So if I start editing things now and then the stuff come in, then I'm going to have to like completely start over. So I'm patiently waiting. Just got home from camping. Camping sounds fun. Camping is a great de-stressor. Writing some scripts for my true crime channel. I've got to sit down and write some more true crime stuff. The only bad thing is when I sit down and I write true crime, it's usually got a paranormal edge to it. An unsolved something. I've not written anything like that in a long time. Here, hold on. There, now I'm more centered underneath our... Hey, what do you guys think of the new t-shirts? Wait, there we go. Wait, no, this way. Where's that? Which way is my finger going? There it is. This is our new t-shirt. I decided to go ahead and hang it up there. Only because I have this brand new shirt that was made, put together and stitched up for me and everything by a friend of the mother-in-law, just for our Saturday night investigation. I've got the little paranormal investigator patch here, the big one on the back, American flag here, and of course, you know, my FU Ghosts is going to go right over here. But I decided to hang this up. This is actually the back of our brand new shirt. The front of it just says MPS across it for the Michiana Parahistoric Society. How much Indian artifacts are in the building? There's a lot of stuff scattered throughout the building. I really honestly don't know how much is there completely. We will go as far as saying a lot. Something tickled my lip, and it wasn't the kind of tickling I enjoy. Why, thank you, Mussolini. I appreciate that. I'm kind of big on turtles myself. I don't have any of my turtles up here. Turtles and owls, which, you know, for some reason that little goober right there decided he was going to lay back on the back shoulder of Edgar. I think maybe, correct me if I'm wrong, Mark, if you're still here, I think maybe next week we might have to do a cemetery together. A good cemetery. Been a while since we've done a cemetery. Hey Cassie, I need to look on my calendar. Hold on a second, guys. I need to look on this calendar. I am supposed to be on. I'm supposed to be on Chad's. I wish my calendar actually marked days. I gotta click on every day. I'll do it later. When am I supposed to be on Chad's podcast? My calendar on my computer don't highlight days to show you when you have things saved. You have to click on literally every single day to find the right day. And you know, hey Andrea, good to see you. Okie doke. Yeah, you literally have to click on every single day to find the marked day. My calendar does not mark the days where you can just look at them and say, oh, I got something saved to this day. '28th of June. Now let me make sure that I have that marked. Hey, Jan. Good to see you. I'm pretty sure I do. That's next Tuesday, 28th of June. For some reason, it's not even showing up. Chad Smith podcast. What time's that set for, Cassie? $7 a.m. Pacific. That's going to be 10 a.m. Eastern. 3 hours difference. So yeah, 10 a.m. Till we'll say noon, just for the giggles of it. That way I got plenty of time. And booyah, I've got it. Next Tuesday morning. Thank you, dear. I appreciate that. I don't know why I know I wrote it down. I think I might have been in the middle of something and wrote it down, but if you could see my desk right now, you'd understand why it's not just popping out at me. It's kind of scary up here. Let me see here. Pokagon Band, Potawatomi. I think it's Potawatomi, Miami, and Huron. They have some stuff. Get a hold of them, see if they will donate. I'll have to ask Danny about it. He knows them much better than I do. Donate to what? To where? Because as of right now, they are not wanting to move anything just in case the insurance adjuster says it's worth fixing. That way they've still got their supply, the artifacts there for the local tribes. The roof. Okay. Yeah. I know that we're accepting donations for them for the roof. So whatever we can do to help out, or at least accepting donations for them. That way if the insurance doesn't take care of the roof, because see, the county owns the building, the historical society rents it. So just depends on what the county wants to do. Sadly. Sorry for the ugly picture. No, you're fine. You're fine. I'm glad you sent it to me. I like to see that he's progressing. But he told me just a little bit ago, he said he was going to be listening while he went and got his new prescription. I told him, I said, yeah, your wife told me. Your wife told me she was calling in a brand new antibiotic for you because it did look red and puffy and it needed help. I said, damn those amazing women we have in our lives. You remind me a lot of an older version of my wife. If we're not, it's much, it's like I told Jay. If it wasn't for you and Steph, him and I probably would not have seen the age of 50, let alone surpassing it. So, yeah. Cheers to you crazy, bitchy women that us men always sit and grr and arg about. But in secret, we admire you because you keep us on the straight and narrow, and we'll literally put a stick up our ass if we don't do things we should do. So, hugs and kisses to you crazy women. So, hoping they can get the roof replaced and dealing with the county. If dealing with the county, who knows? Yeah. It's just hard telling. Maybe they'll be able to move someplace else if they want to, if they consider the place a total loss. I don't see how they can consider the place a total loss. I really honestly don't. I mean, they just had the roof replaced a couple years ago. It was over $100,000 to replace that roof. I mean, this place is literally huge. And they had to replace all the underlayment. They had to replace some of the roof rafters. Of course, the original style shingles that were on it. The whole shebang. And it cost a little over $100,000 to get it done. So God only knows they're going to want to do it again. Tomorrow I'm back on the phone, health department, dog warden, and legal aid. Yep, you got to keep on the ball with that. If that's historic structure, they should be able to replace it. And you would think, you would literally think that's the case, but once again, it just depends on. It depends on the county. Do we want to spend $100,000 to replace this roof, or is it worth keeping this 100-plus-year-old building around when we can just divvy up the historic historic items and the documents and stuff in there to different museums throughout the state? So, who knows? Hey KG, good to see you, love. Hope you're doing well. How's your cankle? Still hip hopping around the house, all ouchified and stuff like that. Yeah, Danny was going to go out there today and actually survey the situation. I don't know if he made it or not. Um, I'd love to go out and actually see the place. It's just, it's so heart wrenching. I mean, one visit to that location and it just kind of eats its way into your soul. Seeing the structure itself, knowing the history of the property, seeing the items that they have accumulated, um, not just from the entire state of Michigan, but more directly that county right there, where so many of the items in there originated from. So I don't know. I'm doing okay. Yep, hopping away, just a little sore. You're gonna be a little sore for a while. Breaking the old ankle bone isn't breaking it, fracturing it isn't gonna be a speedy or a painless, comfortable recovery. Try to elevate the ankle as much as possible. Yeah, put that thing behind your head, girl. Been resting last night. Had a hard time going to sleep. Was getting sharp pain in my foot. Just heart wrenching. History being destroyed. Just heartbreaking. Yep. Yep, it is. The worst part about it is the hurry up and wait thing. You have to hurry because you have all those historical items that are sitting there. We have another 2 or 3 days like our spring was, with constant showers and high winds and stuff like that. And water is just going to run down inside the building, and God knows how much damage it's going to do to the other things, some of the interior structure of the building, not to mention a lot of the historical items and stuff that are there. But you have to wait for the insurance companies, and that's a sad thing. That's the bad thing about having so many items at a location, is there's no place you can actually take them to put them all to keep them together. It's like I was saying this morning, we have that issue with things being moved to Muskegon and being moved to Detroit and being moved to Lansing and being moved to Kalamazoo and by the time they get everything, even if they fix the building, by the time they get it fixed, how many of those items are going to be moved out to new locations? So, something, I don't know. The heat is going to mold a lot of it quick. See, that's a problem we have with our little log cabin museum 2 blocks away from the house here. It was built beginning of the 20th century with logs taken from all the farms of the founding families of the town. And they've built on and done the back of it. The inside of the cabin, the main part, still has a wood floor upstairs and down. The back of it is a concrete slab, because being right on the lake, the wood flooring and everything started to rot. So they moved everything to the front, closed it for a summer, poured the concrete slab, the same size as the back of the cabin was, and then laid outdoor carpet in there and moved the display cases and all the items back in. But there's no heat or air down there. So, we have one of 5 freedom aprons from the Civil War in our little museum down here, and it's that things are, the sun beating in, the humidity in there, and the cold all winter long is just slowly but surely dissolving it. And the museum board won't come off the $12,000 to get air conditioning / heat to keep things regulated, to regulate the temperature. So that's what happens when you get a bunch of rich folk that only want to say, hey, I belong to blank board. They don't want to take any of the responsibility of the place. They just want to belong to something. I don't know if the building's on the historic registry or not, Jan. I have no clue. I can't even put a tarp over to protect. Yep, they weren't supposed to. Now, I don't know if there's a tarp on it now, but as of Tuesday, last Tuesday, when it was discovered that the damage occurred, they were told they couldn't do anything until the insurance adjuster got there. Now, I don't know if they've been there yet. But that's what they were told on Tuesday. They could have been there by now and have it tarped. Who knows? I haven't talked to Danny yet to find out if he was out there today. He was going to take pictures and let me know just how bad it was now and what had been done or not done in the last week. I'm going to try and see if I can get a boot. Crutches I got make under my arm sore. Oh yeah, crutches aren't fun. Believe me, I know. But I've been walking around some. I put a pillow underneath it at night. Always a good thing. Pat it as much as you can. Try to make it comfortable. You're going to be sore. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. There's not going to be, unless they want to give you Norcos or something for the pain, it's going to hurt. Over-the-counter painkillers are not going to give you much relief. So sad. History can't be protected. Nope. There's really, honestly, no way. I mean, think about it. There's really no way to protect it. You know, here's a building that has stood through, high winds, tornadoes, terrible windy winters, heavy snowfall, heavy rainfall for over 100 years. And, ever since it became a museum, it has withstood all of those natural forces. And this one windstorm, this one southwest Michigan windstorm that come in off the lake and produced winds up to 95 miles an hour, took 60% of the roof right off that building. A brand new roof, mind you, but the old roof sat there for over 100 years. They put a brand new roof on it to protect everything inside it, and 60% of the roof comes off first really bad storm. So, what's that say about old construction versus new construction? The crutches put most of your weight on your hands, not your shoulders. Yeah, you want to grip the handles and kind of use your armpits as a guidance thing, but keep most of the weight on your hands. One nice thing about using crutches, if you use them right, you'll build up some muscle in your arms. There's always that one storm that causes damage. The newer roofs don't hold up. No. Not in the least bit. Intellifluence. I don't need no intel and nothing. That don't live in this house. Intellifluence, intelligence, none. Oh, goodness gracious sake. So I hope everybody had a good Juneteenth. Technically, honestly, it was yesterday. They celebrated it today. I just thought it was kind of ironic that they picked the day that the slaves of Galvaston, Texas heard about their freedom to celebrate Juneteenth instead of, celebrating it on the first day of the year when emancipation became a legal thing. I mean, granted, we'd be celebrating it on New Year's Day, which, I guess if you're looking for another excuse to take a paid day off work, that's would just kind of defeat itself. But like I said, there's only 18 states in the country that recognize it as a paid day off. So, but on a lighter note, Big Red is going in for oil change tomorrow. Radio is screwed up. Guess who gets to take it? That don't take much imagination. The holiday today was senseless. It's not really senseless. I mean, if you sit and think about it, I think emancipation was a wonderful thing to celebrate. I think it was wonderful, a wonderful thing to make a national holiday. It kind of sort of makes sense if you sit and think about it. You already have a national holiday on the day that emancipation became law. So you go to the last day that the last still owned slaves found out about their freedom, which coincidentally is the center of the year. Now, if we could only get more than 18 states on board to recognize it, because, well, our trash got picked up today, but the mail didn't run, and our city buildings were closed, and our county buildings were closed. But Michigan is not one of the 18 days that if you work at one of those locations, either for the mail or for a state or federal business or county business, that you get paid for that day. It's not a recognized paid holiday in the state of Michigan. I agree, Drew, that today was not the day to celebrate it. Texas didn't honor that day until 1866. Emancipation Proclamation was in 1863. Yep. Hey, Sonny. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Couldn't get a hold of a lawyer today. That's because they were off. Ding. I'm back now. Good. Glad you're back. Hope you got your foot propped up. Your eyes are blurry today, but that's a good thing, I guess. My right eye is always blurry though. I look handicapped walking around. Y'all that are gonna make it to Ghost-a-Rama are gonna laugh at me because y'all get to see me kind of wobbly because at least it's not turning all white and stuff. I mean, I'm thankful for that because I don't want to have to wear an eye patch. I've thought about it, and I might still do it before the year's up. because, you know, especially when I get out in bright light, um, looking, I've got perfectly clear vision over here, and this one's all foggy, so the sunlight hits it, and it gives me this because of the fogginess all lit up in it and stuff like that. It's gonna be really hard getting used to only having, you know, monovision instead of having, you know, both of my peepers working. The really sad thing is when I shoot, that's the eye I shoot with. So I'm gonna have to learn to shoot left-handed. My daughter works for a lawyer and she went to work today. Wow. God only knows then. God only knows. Hey, Sarah. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Maybe it was up to the individuals. Who knows? With it being a federally recognized holiday, but leaving it up to the states to decide whether or not they want to observe it. You know, maybe it's one of them situations where work if you want to, don't work if you don't, you're not going to be penalized for it. See, I thought it was a federally mandated holiday until I seen that our trash was running and stuff like that. So, you know, it's probably going to wind up more like Martin Luther King Day. Observe it if you want, ignore it if you want, whatever the case may be. I've been to states where schools don't operate on MLK Day. And I live in a state now that the schools do operate on MLK Day. So, I mean, that's just the way it is. I wish I always would have worked. I thought so too. Yeah, it's... God only knows. God only knows. Here some do, some don't. Yep. And you know, it's really kind of funny. You know, growing up the way I did, where I did, and knowing, you know, that the South held on to a lot of that anger and stuff after the war. And the North was supposed to be that really cool, you know, hey, it's over, yay, la 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 type, you know. But in the South, you have more schools that recognize, the southern states have more schools that recognize Martin Luther King Jr. Day than the North does. So it's probably going to wind up being exactly the same way with Juneteenth. Celebrate it if you want, disregard it if you want. It's going to be okay with us. Our governor made it law, but as small business owner, they have to honor so many holidays. I forgot the amount of days, but not all of them. Yeah, it's not all of them. It's a, you know, it's a percentile or something that they have to. I made chicken and dumplings for dinner. Oh, you stinker, you! How dare you! How dare you! My wife made Alfredo. And the mother-in-law, get this, the mother-in-law called her while she was on her way home and said, hey, I bought one too many T-bones, do you want it? And she's like, yeah, I'll take that home and make it for Drew. So the whole family had chicken Alfredo except for me. I just had Alfredo shells with a T-bone. I got a T-bone. I told her, I said, I want steak Alfredo. And she said, you can screw off. You're going to get a bowl of Alfredo and a steak. If you want to cut the steak up and put it in your Alfredo, that's your own business. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm bringing you a steak on a plate and a bowl of Alfredo, and that's it. After that, you're on your own. So abused around here. My dinner, just relaxing now. National Ice Cream Day. And wouldn't you know, I got a couple little apple pies hidden away somewhere. I might stick in the microwave later in a bowl. Drop some vanilla ice cream on top of them. No better holiday out there than National Ice Cream Day. I know, I love chicken and dumplings too. And ice cream. I'll be painting more in the house. Irritated my back yesterday. Hand painting a closet tomorrow. It'll be half bath. Woohoo! Getting her done. Getting her done. When I was a kid, we didn't go to school MLK Day, but the school I work at does. Go figure. Thank you, Jan and Sarah. I appreciate that. It was a nice Father's Day. I got a cute little card. Basically bashing dads. All of our good, all of our good points, all of our bad points, stuff like that. And then at the very end, it said, "That's why you're the best dad of all." And it's like, damn, even with my shortcomings, even as mean as I am to that little turd sometimes, since she's been spoiled her whole life, and I don't spoil her, I worship her. I don't spoil her, you know. Yep, it was pretty cool. She called her mom or messaged her mom. She told her mom what kind of card she wanted, and it was pretty cool. Pretty cool. I asked the wife, I said, well, I got something wonderful for my daughter. What did you get me? And she pulled a bottle of Bailey's out of her purse. I'm sorry, out of the suitcase she carries every day and calls a purse. I think she's lying to herself. But it was a bottle of Bailey's because I had just told her a few days ago that I was missing like real Irish coffee. So she got me a bottle of Irish cream so I could actually have real Irish coffee in the morning. My dad always told me if you drink before noon, it's the first signs of being an alcoholic. And I kind of believe that if you don't drink before noon, it's the first signs of insanity. Or if you don't drink before noon, it's the first signs of being single. Being married makes you want to drink before noon. And that's good. I'm good with that. Then it's time for my bowl of ice cream. There you go. That's how you look at it right there. Besides that, ice cream will make your leg heal faster. Don't tell him no ice cream. It's belated Father's Day. It's belated Father's Day. Go get your ice cream. She's on the computer. Go get your ice cream. You know she won't quit typing long enough to tackle you. I'm busy this week helping my youngest sister, having a wedding for her youngest daughter. My sister has never put a wedding on. I always thought that'd be a cool job, wedding planner. That's right. Good luck getting food prepared. Oh yeah, crap, that's right. You gotta help her get all that food done. Wow. It's a lot of work. MLK came to Connecticut as a young man one summer to harvest tobacco. It's here when he realized a black man can be free, just a small nugget of history. Yep. He was a very intelligent man. His life was cut short by stupidity, hatred. Like to think he would have accomplished a lot more in life if he would have lived to be 70, 80, 90. He had cake yesterday. Well, see, cake and ice cream, it goes together. Cake for Father's Day, ice cream on belated Father's Day. It's a perfect combination. It's like it was made to be that way. If you can't have them together, have them apart. Suitcase purse, I used to use very big purses. She has got this affliction with Michael Kors. She has got this affliction with Michael Kors, and she literally has one that has got to be 18 inches by 18 inches. Ralph has crawled inside this thing, guys. Y'all know how big Ralphie is. He is all of 14, almost 15 pounds. And he can crawl in that thing with all her crap in it. And I don't see it. I mean, I understand keeping everything with you in case of an emergency. You shouldn't carry it slung over your shoulder. I mean, you should have the first aid kit in the vehicle in case something happens. But literally carrying something big enough to put your dog in, carrying something big enough to put your child in. Only getting one wedding, if anyone, if any more, she's not getting another one. Okay, would have done a lot of good for this country. Yes, he would have. Make a cake shake. Abba! There you go. And if you don't like gooey cake in your melted ice cream, scrape the icing off in there. It's like extra sweetener. Then you just eat the cake like a biscuit while you're drinking the icing shake. Told him I can still tackle him if he gets ice cream. We don't get ice cream that much. We get it when it's on sale, and she found it. She found it 3 weeks ago on sale. Buy two get three free, and she bought 4 of them, and wound up bringing home 10. And we're still eating off the bloody things. Of course, you know, when we can. When the cartons don't mysteriously show up in my daughter's bedroom when we go in there at, you know, when I get out of bed at 3 or 4 o'clock to look in on her and make sure she's sleeping, there's a carton of ice cream sitting there on the floor empty with a spoon sticking out of it. My daughter. A little teeny tiny Peggy Bundy in training. At least it's not bonbons. Size more. Gotta love Jay. He's best friend and soulmate I could have. You give him ice cream. If that's truly how you feel, you need to give him ice cream. He works hard. He is injured. An animal tried to eat his rib cage out. He deserves ice cream. a wild, gnarly beast from the bowels of hell came up and tried to eat his rib cage off. He deserves ice cream. If that helped or not, Jay, but I tried. When I weighed 95 pounds, I could eat 2 Big Macs in a setting. I'm 205 pounds and I can still eat 2 Big Macs in a setting. As a matter of fact, back in my chunky butt days, I would eat either a Big Mac or 2 triple cheeseburgers with my 20 McNuggets. I think I was trying to spoil myself because I only got McDonald's like once a month. So I tried to get as much stuff off the menu into one meal as possible. But damn it, those nuggets, cannot stay away from them. Yes, he did get bit. Last week, Jan, I think it was, had a dog come out on one of his deliveries, jump up and get him like uh, right here. Well, more like back towards his kidney area, I think. Um, got him good. Got him good. The initial pictures looked absolutely terrible. It looks really good now. It's red and puffy. Um, but he's coming along. But I mean, it got a hold of him good. He'll get a bowl of ice cream, even though the doctor he shouldn't. And carry you to bed at night then. Making my daughter's bed, finds the food wrappers in her bed. She slept this day. Oh, honey, please. Food wrappers, food wrappers in the bed ain't nothing. When we put my daughter's new in her room here a few weeks ago, we found all of our missing silverware, all of our missing bowls, all of our missing cups. We found empty ice cream containers that looked like they'd been licked out. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Teenagers, I don't get them. I got my ass beat for taking food in my room, let alone leaving a container in there or something. This kid literally looked like she cleaned out the refrigerator and her room. But I blame us for not um, making sure that under her bed is clean along with everything else. Freaking kids, man. Like, ew. Jay used to bet me $5 that I couldn't eat them. He lost every time. I miss those days, 85 pounds soaking wet. Oh, 85 pounds. What was I in, like the 5th grade? I was a chunky muffin growing up, though. You know, I grew up in one of those country households where you ate where you ate homemade pie and homemade cake, and you always had butter bread with your meals, and there was always pasta around, there was always taters around, all the shit that ain't good for you. Everything that has outrageous amounts of carbohydrates. Um, when I was in 6th grade, I was playing football, and sixth grade I was 120 pounds, 130 pounds, something like that. By the time I was a senior in high school, I was 200 pounds, and at 5'7.5", 200 pounds. And when the diabetes hit me back in 2016, I was 265 pounds, and I decided that was enough. So basically, right now, I'm about 5 to 7 pounds more than I was when I graduated high school. So, I feel pretty lucky. Go out and seeping pus. Jesus criminy. I'm keeping Jay in my prayers. It's horrible. Yeah, it's really bad. The bad thing about it is, though, guys, is this frickin' dog is still alive. This frickin' dog that attacked Jay is still alive, and I can think of a dozen states where a UPS worker or a FedEx worker is attacked by a dog the same as a mailman. The police would have gone out there and euthanized the dog with 2 shots to the forehead on the spot and made the owner clean up the mess. Sounds like workers' comp case, $1. Yeah, they don't have. Hey Lee, good to see you. I've been wanting to get a hold of you too. We need a care package for Maryland. I told my wife about those crab flavored chips that Mark brought back, and she wants some. So you tell me what I got to do to get my hands on some of them crab flavored chips that he brought back. If it puts a smile on my girl's face, I'll do it. Loved them. I think I never just a couple, stuck them in my mouth, and he rolled the bag up, stuck it in the car, and probably about 5 minutes later, I'm like, oh, that's good. The after flavor, so good. I'll fight it forward and call yearly until they get tired of me. Have to call Board of Health, let them know Jay will have to get 10 injections. In Michigan, the dog is put down when it's that bad of attack. Oh yeah. That dog, at the very least, be in quarantine, no proof vaccination. I'd be very angry. Oh yeah. Yeah. You can order them online from their store. Okay. I'll check into it that way. What is the name of the crab flavored chips? Dog has never been vaccinated, in quarantine for 10 days. Made it in Hanover, just like my hats that I now swear by. Well, FedEx, UPS, I have heard from many drivers that they are not that well taken care of. And I mean, it could be location, who knows? But I know that my ex-girlfriend's dad was the steward for the Union here at the South Bend Airport, where the UPS office is at. He drove for UPS, still does drive for them. And You know, he was that union steward that made sure everybody paid their union dues and headed up all their meetings and all this kind of stuff. And whenever there was a problem, the union never stepped up, never spoke up, never interfered with the operations of a business. I'm like, that's what the union's all about, is to get better treatment for your members and stuff like that. To make sure that insurance is taken care of, to make sure the company does what it's supposed to make sure the pay fits the job, etc., etc., etc. You guys collect the dues and tell everyone to jack off. You're never there to help them out. Why in the hell would you want to be the steward? Well, I grew up in a house that respected the union. Well, that was back in the day when the union respected the people. Now it's all about money, money, money. Utsnacks.com products dot uts shit black. Their sour cream and onion are good as well. Oh God, don't tell her that. Crap, she'll be ordering a whole damn case of Utz chips. But no, when I told her about those crap, man, she just about flipped out. She's like, and you didn't bring me any? They were my chips. Step back, one. I mean, here I am, you know, all like unarmed and stuff like that. And she got all like frustrated. It's like, crap. Am I safe? All right. Talk nice amongst yourselves. There's only 6 of you in the chat. Just talk real nice amongst yourselves. I'm going to run to the in-house real quick, and I'll be right back. Hey, don't kill the messenger. I just told you about the frickin' chips. That damn cookie monster. Sour cream and onion are good as well. Yeah, I told her about the sour cream and onion. She said, is there a little girl on it? I'm like, I'm not going in there asking him a question then coming back out and telling you. She's already on there looking. Sour cream and onion. I'm not a sour cream and onion fan. When I eat chips, I go for some of the new flavored Lays and stuff like that. Um, I grew up on plain old salty chips. So I'm telling you what, to sit down and have a cheeseburger chip or a biscuits and gravy chip or, a hot and spicy pepper chip or sour cream and cheddar, cheddar jack, stuff like that. I'm all for the flavored chip thing, but normally I eat sour cream and cheddar. Yeah, there you go. You mentioned. Now see, I've never been really huge on ketchup flavored anything. I mean, I'll eat ketchup with like French fries or tater tots or something like that. But to have that flavor in every single bite. Now, when I was little, that's the only condiment I would eat was ketchup. It went on everything. Now, it's mayonnaise and hot sauce, unless I make my own spicy hot or spicy mayonnaise. But I also blame Hardee's and Carl Jr. for that, for their onion mayonnaise that went on the Frisco burger. When I realized you could flavor mayonnaise, I was there. Jalapeno mayonnaise, mustardaise, uh, mayo chup, all that stuff. Hot and spicy habanero mayonnaise. Um, there's a small place down in Shenandoah Valley called Route 11 Chips. They have sweet potato chips and sour cream and chive. Oh, now see, that sounds absolutely amazing. Sweet potato chips. I love me some sweet taters. Me neither, because chips are very good. Also, salt and vinegar. Now, see, yeah, I've never been a salt and vinegar. Um, Never been a salt and vinegar fan. Then again, we make our own chip dip and stuff like that here too. Grandma, God bless her, she can't do it anymore, but luckily I remember her recipe. She used to make all of her French onion chip dip and stuff here. And we actually found an Italian vegetable seasoning that makes an amazing chip dip. And it's real simple, guys. It's real simple. You go to the store. I'm going to give you Grandma's secret. Piss on it. We're all family here. I'm going to give you Grandma's secret. Her chip dip wasn't nothing but a 1 pound container of sour cream and one packet of French onion soup mix. That's all that makes French onion dip. The vegetable dip, same thing. One package of it to a 1 pound container of sour cream. It's actually much cheaper than going out and buying chip dip. If you like to sit and eat chips and dip, it is so much cheaper. You can find the 1 pound containers of sour cream on sale for a buck and a half. You go pay 99 cents for the soup mix, whether it's the Italian vegetable or it's the French onion, and so you've got $2.50 wrapped up in it. Have you priced a 3/4 pound or a ½ pound container of chip dip? Upwards of four bucks a piece. So you're actually saving a buck and a half or $2 making your own. And all you gotta do is just pour it in and stir it in. Make sure it's stirred in right. Same taste. Sometimes even better. Check them out. Can't go wrong. Maybe because Iowa third shift or salt and vinegar chips can wake one's ass up quick. Nothing better than a wide awake ass. She told me when she asked me if there was a little girl on there, I said, I am not going in there and asking him, then leaving the room again. She said, I'll message him myself. Oh, goodness gracious. But like I said, guys, a little bit earlier, if you want to know firsthand um, about the new location for Ghostorama, tune in Wednesday evening, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time to Unrestricted Paranormal on YouTube. And then you can watch it again on the podcast channels on Sunday night. We are going to have the announcement this Wednesday night on Unrestricted Paranormal here on YouTube of the new location. I inquired about a ghost hunt location and stuff like that. If we're going to be able to get into the location that he's contracting. He's not responded yet. I have no clue. So we're going to find out all about that. If we don't do a ghost hunt in that location, I know we'll do one somewhere in the town. There's a lot of histories and a lot of stories to this town. It's another one of those tiny Michigan towns where a lot of those big bad boys from Chicago from back in the 20s used to come and hang out. Needless to say, there are tunnels under some of the roads going from business to business. A lot of those are there because of the heavy snowfall. They, back in the day they didn't have plows, they had to shovel everything. So when a lot of these towns in western and northern Michigan were built, they actually built tunnels underneath the roads and stuff to get around in the heavy snow. So a little bit of forethought there in that. When we done the Masonic Temple in Paw Paw, Michigan, that was that area that Tommy got into and was frightened by what looked like something looking around the corner at them. They were looking down the tunnel going across the street to another business over across the highway. So tomorrow's going to be a scorcher, 95 degrees. I don't know what ours is supposed to be here. I haven't looked yet. But you know something? I'm going to. Flip that puppy there. Let's see what it says for the forecast in southwest Michigan. Looks like we're going to be about 4 degrees warmer than you are. 99 degrees for a high, 72 for a low. Wednesday, 86 and 61. Thursday, 86 and 61. Friday, 91 and 68. Saturday, 93 and 68. And Sunday, 81 and 57. Hello, summer. Good to see you. Glad you could come along and once again be a huge, humongous, throbbing pain in our ass. Our collective asses. I can neither confirm nor deny that sour cream and onion and possibly dill chips might be coming to your house, to a house near you. I knew if she got on there and actually seen what they had, she was probably going to grab some samples up to figure out. At least they have a swimming pool to jump in. Yeah, them little chickens need that. They need a little pool to splash around in, and you know, some really happy, giddy, skinny woman to go out there and throw worms to them and stuff on occasion. Don't go buy worms; they're too expensive. Just wait until late evening when the sun starts to go down. Turn your hose out onto your yard, and just spray it. Just spray the hell out of your yard, and then go out. About a half hour after you turn the hose off. And them little wormies be up crawling in the grass like crazy. You just pick them up, put them in a bucket, and go out there the next morning and treat your little babies. Wish I had a swimming pool to jump in. Don't we all? Nothing else, I'll just turn the hose on. Poor little wet chickies. Poor little wet chickies. Oh yes, also, I wanted to let everybody know, yeah, that. Attic Junkie. Get online if you are in the market for some new paranormal equipment. Check out Attic Junkie on their website, www.atticjunkie.com. They have got like a big sale going on right now. They have introduced some new equipment. A lot of really cool stuff, and quite a bit of it is very, very affordable. If I had the extra money, I would be ordering some of our equipment that we need right now, because they got a lot. They got everything from dowsing rods to cat balls to paranormal pucks to shack hack spirit boxes, everything. Anything and everything you could possibly be interested in having in your kit for paranormal hunting. Definitely check out Attic Junkie. It's on sale right now. They got some heller deals. If I had the money, that's where my SLS camera would come from. That's where my cat balls would come from. That's where my spirit box would come from. We have one to put up, but keep forgetting. Jay would enjoy a swim. Down in Ohio, have the same weather as Michigan. About somewhat. They're a little bit warmer, but I think for the most part, except for that occasional storm that sneaks down through Indianapolis and heads southeast, I think they pretty much have the same weather as we do in the southwest part of the state. I couldn't get in the pool. I had one because I'd fall like Kentucky Crooked. Ouch. I can't help but feel sorry for her. I mean, straight up, trying to work in her house and fall off the chair. And then again, that's how my grandmother broke her hip, which ultimately was what took her away from us. Was she was in for surgery to fix her hip and didn't wake up. So, believe it when they say that most serious injuries and even fatalities occur in your home. That woman been sitting up on a chair, standing up on a chair for years, hanging baskets on the archway going from her living room to her dining room. 95 years old, gets up on that chair, had just done it a couple weeks before and had no problems. And her daughter-in-law, my aunt, brought her a brand new basket, had some flowers in it. She went to hang it up one day and fell and broke her hip and went to the hospital, and 2 days later she was gone. So you always want to be careful. In Marysville, it's the same. My house grew. That's where my daughter was for 10 years. Oh, okay. Yeah, I would like to think that on the weekend of Ghost-orama, Jan and Jay bring their daughter up with them. I'd like to meet her and tell her just how cool her mom and dad are. Then again, you know, y'all can always count on me to totally shock the hell out of your kids and let them know, hey, mom or dad or mom and dad are a lot more badass than you think they are. Not that they would actually listen to me, but you know. I'd like to see more snow here. That's the only thing I look forward to at wintertime. A little bit of snow on Christmas morning. Other than that, that's why I think Arizona would be so cool. You're in the 60s and stuff in the wintertime. It's nice and comfortable. You want to see snow. Drive for an hour. You got mountains full of snow up there to build snowmen and everything else in. Summertime, much like here, live in your air conditioner. Until evening time when it's time to get out and play. I don't think that'll have to do. She'd be the one taking care of the critters while we're there. Well, I figured as much. That's why I said I would like it if, but I kind of figured, yeah, she'd be the one taking care of the babies and stuff while you're up here playing. My God, we're almost 2 hours deep already. 9 minutes left. Where does it go? I love snow. When I was a kid, we used to get a lot of snow in the winter. Had quite a few good winters growing up. 78, 79, 83, 84. I think it'd be kind of cool if you did. We'd get her all interested in doing the investigations and stuff with you. Just don't go so far south Arizona, because my son said the heat there is bad on tires. That's probably exactly where I'd end up too, is out there around Tucson with Santee. Only because, well, we share the same kind of humor, and a lot of people don't understand Santee and Dan, Old Dirty Dan, but I do. Templar, good to see you, buddy. No, I've tried to get her interested, but to no avail. It's when you need to handcuff yourself to her, drag her off to an investigation, let her see how it gets at an investigation, a little bit of that internal excitement going, and you bastard. Me and Santee together gonna need a lot of bail money. Now, we don't get in no trouble when we're alone. What makes you think for a second we'd get in any trouble together? I am still looking at visiting out there sometime soon. I know we planned it for the last couple of years. Of course, COVID got in the way the first year, and COVID kind of got in the way at the beginning of last year, and then losing the channel got in the way at the end of the year. I am still planning on getting out there some way, somehow. If not in 2022, then 2023. Getting out there, filming a lot of the old historic movie sites. Of course, at Santee's request, doing the paranormal investigation at the site of Bill Brazelton's death, and checking out some of the old cemeteries and ghost towns out in the desert. So, and of course, it would be extra special, because then you'd have Santee in my videos. You'd have me getting the crap beat out of me by him and Dan, and because they're both taller than I am. Believe it or not, Santee's like almost 6 feet tall. He's actually a big dude. I know he don't look like it, but he is. And with that hat on, he's almost 6.5 feet tall. We took she and her husband to an investigation. Boy, was that something. Good or bad? You'd be calling one of us to bail him out. I would not. Stop. I would not. So it's like when Mark and I hang out, trouble just happens to find us. Oh, when I went on my Nashville trip, we stumbled upon Meriwether Lewis's grave. Is Meriwether Lewis dead? Mike Tyson eat him? I didn't know he was dead. Oh, wait, wrong Lewis. Never mind. I didn't know he was in Nashville. I didn't know Meriwether Lewis was buried in Nashville. So you got me on that one. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I was thinking about the wrong Meriwether Lewis. It's not my fault. You didn't specify. Down on the Natchez Trace. Wow. Very cool. Then again, guys, it's my hope and prayer that either through Living Histories Mysteries, MPS, or Bald and Bonkers, which I am also now a part of, Bald and Bonkers Network, LLC, here on the platform. I have got to check with Dakota and get all the information, but we actually have an internet channel now that a lot of our videos are playing on. And coming here real soon, I will be hosting a podcast on the Bald and Bonkers Network as well. So just to get the channel out there, get us out to the podcast audience, introduce us to a whole buttload of new people. So, oh no, I'm well beyond bonkers. Well beyond bonkers. All right, Jay, you take care of yourself and rest up. Take your meds. Get to feeling better. I only got about 2 months till I see your butt. I want you to be healthy when I do. We were on our way to Shiloh, and the GPS took us down Natchez Trace, saw Meriwether Lewis National Monument. Very cool. Very cool. I actually asked Dakota today if my podcast could be called Follically Challenged and Nuttier Than Squirrel Ship. And he laughed about it. He never gave me a direct answer, so I might just have to stick with Bald and Bonkers. I thought my suggestion was more creative. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, thank you, Lee. I appreciate that. Yeah, I didn't know he was buried down that way, so that's one on me. But it is about that time, guys. Getting real close. Don't forget, I will be on Unrestricted Paranormal Wednesday night, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I co-host with Danny. We have got a very cool guest coming up. We've got a very cool guest coming up Wednesday. So, and I'll be back on here again Friday morning, 8 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And just between all of us that are here, I'm working on getting a paranormal interview with Brazen Bill Brazelton from out there in Arizona. That's right, that crazy, psychotic stagecoach robber that pops up and torments Santee on occasion. So, that should be fun. Be the first time I ever interviewed a ghost. But It's that time, guys. It is time for me to be like a fat baby and head out, be like a tree and leave, be like a bunch of birds and get the flock out of here. So you guys all have a great Tuesday. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. God bless you. God love you. I do. We'll see y'all Wednesday night on Unrestricted Paranormal. Y'all take care.